What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. If you are not already subbed and got your notos on, make sure you do that right now. I've got a big giveaway coming up at 500 subs and we've got some more news that you're going to want to stay tuned for. Also drop a follow on the IG. The handle is the same at AllABSneakers. If you're watching this video, you know there's some releases coming up that you can make money on, so let's get right into it. If you're tuned into this video now, the first pair on this list already dropped. We had a pair of Dunk Lows, red and black, diamond anniversaries. A little bit of profit to be made on those. As long as the dunks stay hot, let's keep rolling with them. So if you cop those today, dope. If not, don't fret. We got plenty of releases this month that we can get our hands on. First shoe up, March 5th, we've got the UNC 6s. We already saw exclusive access come out on these on sneakers. I actually fumbled the bag on those already. I tried to submit a payment with an old card number, so I whiffed on exclusive access. One of the only times that I've gotten exclusive access on sneakers. And now that I think about it, I don't even know if it was actually exclusive access. It might have just been a quick shock drop with a few pairs. But nonetheless, I missed on that. Actual release is on the 5th. All of the releases I'm going to mention, most of them have not been uploaded on the sneakers app yet, so dates, times, prices even can change. This is all speculated. Retail on the 6s should be $210. I'm seeing $220 though. Even if it ends up being $220 before or after tax, still a good cop. Resale value on these right now on apps is hovering right around the $300 range. Some pairs around $290 all the way up to like $315. I think this is going to be a pair that people underestimate. I think as soon as they drop, prices are going to spike. I feel like this is a pair that I'm going to be kicking myself about in the next couple weeks, that I should have been buying pairs on StockX for resale before the release happened. I do not think these are going to be as easy to get as what people think, and I've seen them in person. They are a great colorway. Hardest 6s that we've seen since the Carmines, and the Carmines quality was not that great. These UNC 6s are fire. So put those on your radar, must cop. Next up, supposed to drop on the 10th, we've got the Dunk Lows. They're women's. Paisley greens. We saw the forces of these drop. We saw one colorway of the dunks drop. We've got a few in this pack that either have dropped or will drop in the future. Retail is supposed to be about $100. They're flipping right now for around $300. The blue pair already released and the value of those is holding strong. I suspect the green pair to do almost the same thing. Not going to be an easy cop, but definitely try. Give yourself as many chances as possible. Stay up to date on sneaker news, raffles, and obviously sneakers. Don't miss a single opportunity. March 11th, we have a pair that nobody should miss out on. This is not a great pair to go for if you're quick flipping. We've got the Playoff 12s. The Playoff 12s OG'd in 1997. That was the first time that we ever saw this colorway. They have re-released twice since then. We've seen them in 04, we've seen them in 2012. So we're on a trend of about 8 to 10 years that they're re-releasing. We're seeing them again right now in 2022. I'm guessing retail jumped on us from 200 to 210. I'm seeing 210 on a lot of these sites, but I will say the last retro that released, apps were saying one thing and the stores were saying another. If you see the app saying 200 and your store saying 210, don't be afraid to second guess them. I had one of my friends personally tell me that they dealt with that, and I saw a lot of things on Facebook groups about stores charging like another $10. There's a discrepancy between the stores and Nike apparently. So don't overspend for these shoes. If they're 200 on the app, make sure you're paying 200. Don't get waxed for that extra 10 bucks. Anyways, I see the value of the 12s being right around 240 bucks right after release. There's going to be a lot of pairs. They're going to flood the market. But if you look at the past releases of the Playoff 12s, the value has climbed significantly. Now we're looking at a very long-term hold to make that money. But if you can afford to hold pairs, throw them in the back of the inventory, forget about them for a year, 2 years. They're going to mature. They'll be a good value pair. Just don't plan on making a bundle on release day. You might be able to quick flip those for 20, 30 bucks profit a pair. If you go locally, you're not going to make a lot of money, if any at all, if you try and sell these on apps. Playoff 12s should be an easy cop. Not a lot of money at first. Good hold if you're into that. Originally supposed to release March 12th. Now I'm seeing it's been pushed back to March 18th. The Jordan 1 High OG Rebellion Air. The story behind these is awesome. As you all know, I love ones. It's my favorite retro. This colorway is dope. I love the shadows, and this is kind of a spin on the shadow ones. They've got text all over, and then they've got the band X on the back. When Michael was wearing his shoes at the games, they had the rule that obviously you couldn't wear whatever shoes you wanted, and he was getting fined like $5K a game or something like that. Obviously he kept wearing what he wanted to, and he just kept paying the fines. And this Rebellion Air shoe has some sort of text. It's like they can't stop you from wearing them or something like that all over it. It's just an all over text on the whole shoe, and then it's got the X's on the back like the band ones. Super sweet story. Can't wait for these to drop. I want to see them in hand so bad. I think they're going to be a hard cop. I haven't seen a lot of stock numbers or any rumors for stock numbers, but just knowing the story behind them and how limited they should make a release like this, I feel like they're going to be pretty tough to get. If these hit retailers, I'm definitely going to have my hands on a pair. And as of right now, it looks like they're going to hit retailers and sneakers, so be ready at 10 a.m. on sneakers and make sure you stay up to date with your local stores. The last set release date that I've got on my radar is the 13 Del Sols. Super clean summer colorway, white, yellow. I can't think of really any yellow 13s that we've had except for like the mazes, and that wasn't really a bright clean colorway like these are. Again, these might not have a ton of value at first, but I think that they're gonna hike up. If you can quick flip these for like $275 local, or maybe make a quick 30-40 bucks on apps, good for you. They should not be a super tough cop, but if you're into holds, I see the hold potential for these as well. Everybody's always looking for a nice, crisp, clean white pair of shoes. The yellow accent is sweet. If you keep these on ice, somebody's going to be looking for them in about 6 to 8 months time. But in my opinion, this pair is releasing right on time, right before spring, summer, early fall. Going to be a sick, flashy colorway. And again, this is all speculation. Nike could throw me a huge curveball, and those could be like the most limited shoes out of any pair that I've mentioned. But based on what's happened in the past, I don't think those 13s are going to be a super, super tough cop. We've got some honorable mentions. I do want to throw out there that there's going to be some Yeezy slides and foam runners that release this month. I believe we have the slides coming up next week, so be on the lookout for those. I just always strike out on slides. It doesn't matter what I do. If I try manually, if I try raffles on confirmed, if I try having somebody bought for me, I never hit slides or foam runners. So I don't want to say I've given up on them, because I'm still going to enter in everything that I can to try and get them. I preach and preach and preach to you guys not to miss any opportunities and to give yourself as many chances as possible. So I'm going to practice what I preach, and I'm going to try for those as well. There's decent profits to be made on these slides and foam runners, so keep an eye out for those. There's also a rumor about some St. Patty's Day dunks. The pictures that I've seen are hard. No confirmed release date. Maybe keep an eye on sneakers closer to St. Patty's Day. Maybe we'll get a release date here soon. If those do drop, there's going to be a bag to be made on those. We've seen some pictures surface for some canvas and blank canvas retro Jordans. The 4s were the first colorway that I saw. There's a blank canvas pair and then like a normal canvas pair. A lot of these sneakers news pages are saying keep an eye out for those in March. Super clean. They're like the poor man version of the off-white 4s that we saw earlier on. I don't see them having the same value, but still a really good cop. There should be profits to be made there. Again, a clean, crisp colorway, and also, just like the name says, a blank canvas for customizers. So I can see a big demand for those shoes. That pretty much wraps it up. That's 5 releases that should definitely be on your radar. There's something for everybody, whether you're into quick flips or long-term holds. Make sure you stay up to date with your sneaker apps. Make sure you stay up to date with your sneaker news pages. Stuff changes all the time. These are just the pairs that you should be looking out for to make a profit. Make sure you guys share your success with me this month. Plenty of pairs out there for us all to feast on. Thank y'all for watching, and do not forget, this is all about sneakers.